ideas of your own. You think she'll agree to any of them? Grady asked him. Yes. He heard Grady chuckle. You sound pretty damn confident as usual, Win. The woman crossed the room to an empty table, and Winston watched how the hem of her short dress rode up her thighs with every step she took. And when she slid into her chair, that itsy-bitsy dress barely covered those same thighs. He swallowed deeply, and they were luscious brown thighs. That's the only way to get anything done, he finally said. Just watch how things are about to go down. And going down they would, he thought, already envisioning their hot, naked bodies on silken sheets making love nonstop. He took another sip of his drink, licked his lips, and then placed the glass on the counter and slowly began moving across the room toward the woman in red. Ainsley St. James glanced around, thinking this was exactly what she needed, especially tonight. She had been in Hilton Head only a couple days and was still trying to replace the angry Ainsley St. James of Claxton, New Jersey, with the I don't give a royal damn Ainsley. The same one who'd escaped to the seaside community to forget that the man who'd defeated her in her bid as mayor of her hometown had been sworn in today, and she hadn't wanted to be anywhere near Claxton. She could just imagine what kind of inauguration party Louise Higgins was throwing about now. She'd heard the guest list was long, and it wouldn't surprise her if the small town of 15,000 was going in debt to pay for the new mayor's extravagancies. Okay, it wasn't meant for her to be mayor of Claxton. She got that, finally. But what she couldn't get past was the nasty campaign Higgins had run, especially the lies he'd fabricated. And even worse was how the good people of Claxton, those who'd vowed to back her until the end, had been gullible enough to believe them. However, her intention tonight was to put all that to the back of her mind and have some long overdue fun. The concierge at the resort where she was staying for the next 2 weeks had suggested the Sparrow. The club was crowded, but then it was a Friday night. She'd been lucky to find a table, even if it was a small one in the corner. She watched several couples move toward the dance floor to enjoy the hip-hop sound the live band was blasting out. Tonight, she intended to get on that same floor even if she had to dance by herself. She liked dancing, hadn't done it in a while, and had quite a few issues to shake, rattle, and roll right out of her system. She took a sip of the water from the glass a waitress had quickly placed on her table before hurrying off to service another customer. At that moment, Ainsley wasn't sure what made her tilt her head to look toward the bar, but when she did, her breath caught at the dark, intense gaze that snagged hers. Her heart skipped a beat, and a warm surge of heat flooded her. She'd heard of immediate sexual attraction, but hadn't believed such a thing existed until now. She sat there, mesmerized as the tall, dark, and handsome man appeared to be weaving his way through the crowd toward her. Her? Lordy, she mouthed under her breath. She hoped not, because she was definitely not ready for the likes of him. Everything about the man was overwhelming. He had to be every bit of 6'3", and was wearing a pair of pleated black slacks and a white shirt that was opened at the top and revealed just a smidgen of a hairy chest. Too bad she'd always had a thing for hairy-chested men, because now she wondered just how far down his chest that patch went. Then there were his broad, muscular shoulders, flat abs, strong arms, and powerful long legs. Never had she seen a male so good-looking and fine. And he was eating up the distance between them in a sensual stride that had shivers inching up her spine. Her gaze moved back to his eyes that were focused solely on her. She would guess his age at 33 or 34. He had chestnut-colored skin, bedroom brown eyes, a perfectly shaped nose, rugged jaw, and an arrogant mouth. That mouth gave her pause, and she immediately concluded that he saw her as a conquest, with him as the conqueror. For the first time in all her 26 years of life, the thought of such a thing did not bother her, because she could definitely understand any woman lowering her guard a little for the likes of him. The thought of being taken by him, in any shape, form, or position, had her stomach fluttering wildly. Okay, Ainsley St. James, get rid of all those lusty thoughts or you might end up in his bed later.